is the maladaptive nature for women's reticular activation system. They're only noticing these men who are very attractive, and there's a ton of great guys. If a man is not attractive to you, you don't even see
them there. All right, cool. This has been going viral, and I need your input on this, Mike. Because I'm going to
major problem. And you know, Speaker Johnson has been talking about those maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know. But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. They did much the same thing with quiet quitting, where you can go to work and do less. And if you call it quiet quitting, it's somehow better. But Laura, I got to tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women. Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And therein lies a big part of the problem.
She says really all these young men are lazy. Who do you think's putting up the freaking electric poles?
I know.
More construction than ever in history in this country.
Yeah.
Who do you think is doing it, dum-dum?
Conflating two different things. There are men out there living with their parents. That's not most men over 30.
A fraction of 1%.
It's a fraction of men. Now, in Europe, it's actually much higher.
It's a high percentage of men over the age of 18.
Yes, for sure. Definitely.
It's pretty high.
When she says there's slim pickings, man, it's just because we work in the male coaching space, the thing I see every day is incredible dudes who work really hard. And a lot of them make a lot of money. Some of them don't. And they're just great dudes. And what you see is under the age of 30, 63% of men are single, but only 33% of women are single. It's not, I'm not saying women's standards are too high. What I'm saying is whatever women's standards are, they're leaving good men behind. And then the way they cope with it is do what the conservative feminist Tomi Lahren does here by saying that, well, there's not that many men to choose from. I went on a date with a girl last week. I told her about this study where men and women, when they see unattractive people, so I want all you guys to think about this. You see someone who's physically unattractive, what does your brain and your body do to react to it? And what happens in general is people dehumanize other humans that they see as being physically unattractive. But women do it more than men. Women dehumanize men even more. And I explained to her, I was like, most of the time, about 80% of guys, you don't even see them. And she goes, that's not me. I'm not like that. This girl's like a huge model. She was on the cover of Maxim Australia. She's like, no, I'm not like that. And I looked at her and I go, tell me about our busser. And she goes, we have a busser? And I pointed to the busser right over there. And I was like, I can tell you how many people are in this room right now. If a man is not attractive to you, you don't even see them there. So when Tomi is saying what she's saying, what she's forgetting, the part that she's missing is the maladaptive nature for women's reticular activation system. They're only noticing these men who are very attractive, and there's a ton of great guys that someone like her, maybe not her, I mean, she's married, but like a lot of women could be with, but because of the way social media, dating apps, and things like Sex Panther and OnlyFans, what they've done is they've made it so that for a lot of women, it's become unrealistic for you to settle for a good man.
You know what I think when I see a hot guy? BV.
BV.
That's what you know what I think when I see an ugly guy? No BV. Yeah, I said it.
Woof.
He's good looking, therefore he must have bacterial vag.
Have to, especially in Vegas.
I got two things about Tomi Lahren. I was talking about her on my show on Sunday. Matt Walsh just can't seem to get away from Tomi Lahren. First off, the reason she's still salty right now is because she still can't answer one simple question that Andrew Wilson posed to her on Piers Morgan, which was, what do men get out of it? What's the upside? Show me why, like, other than your cooter, what do you bring to the table, essentially? And she could not answer. She's like, who hurt you? You know, go touch grass. Do you know any real women? Like it's this emotional reframe as soon as, because she has no answer and she's not going to have an answer. And so therefore she has to keep coming back to this over and over and over again.
There is an answer. She just doesn't know it because she's not one of the women who has it.
Who has it. Yeah.
That's correct.
True.
Does this man want
a woman who can raise children, bring you wisdom, bring you peace. There's a bunch of things, but she's not going to say that because she is not aware of those things. That's the problem.
Yeah. She thinks that just to be a woman is enough.
Yes.
It's
No.
about it's all about this.
While
get
you
this.
may close your eyes, ladies, you may hear, I'm a woman and I'm enough and that's all I need in a relationship. While that may feel good, as soon as you hear men say the same thing, then you realize how ridiculous it sounds. None of you are enough. I'm sorry. Ladies, you have a little easier in the sexual marketplace because you guys are more attractive than we are just in general. But you get to a certain point, you're not enough. If you don't feed your kids, they die. The CPS comes and takes them. You're not enough. You have to make money to feed yourself. You're not enough. If you're a dude and you think that I have good energy and a great vibe, someone will take your clients, they will fuck your wife, they'll take your children away.
Drink your wine.
They'll
and
drink your
betray
wine.
you.
I'm sorry, guys. No one watching this is enough. Ready? Everybody say it with me. Inside, I am Buddha. Outside, I am Tarzan. Inside, I am Buddha. None of this shit affects me. Outside, I am Tarzan. I have to kill the meat if I want to eat.
Yes.
That's the world that you live in as a man.
Thrive
You are not
in the
enough.
chaos.
Yes.
Thrive in the chaos. The minute you can look in the mirror and be happy with what you see, you're.
But I have this quote: beautiful people do not just happen. So maybe these girls making fun of these guys who haven't yet had somebody guide them.
No,
in the way
I've
that's
seen some 21-year-old women who just happened and they were beautiful and it
Well, yeah, I'm talking about
nothing
men,
to
though.
do. They didn't
Talking
really
about the
do
ugly guys
anything.
situation. Where,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
the other part of this
somebody-
is I pray to God that this happens with Matt Walsh because he seems like he's actually becoming a little bit more red pill these days. But it goes to show that the mentality amongst Tommy Lahren and Laura Ingraham and Megyn Kelly, all the rest of these girls, is that guys should get in shape. Guys should improve themselves. Guys should be, for what? Not for you, so that you can be a better, more eligible bachelor for them. So your problem is actually not your problem. It's the woman's problem that she has with you, and she needs you to solve it by becoming a better guy, right? And so when we're talking about this, so what's your motivation? Is your motivation, say, like in any of your MOA classes, in any of my Reignite classes, we're not going to say, hey, go get in shape, and because that way you'll get more chicks. You get hot if you go and you do this stuff, right? And will you? Yeah, but you're doing those changes, and you're becoming the best version of yourself for yourself. Because it benefits you, not because you're trying to solve women's problems, because you're trying to solve your own problems. Go ahead.